Hello, I'm Waynesburg University Sports Information Director Bobby Fox. Joining me is Waynesburg University Head Men's and Women's Track and Field Coach Michelle Cross. Michelle, congratulations on getting the #1 spot in the preseason outdoor poll right after an indoor title. And what are your team's thoughts? This is obviously a team that has been here before as a favorite and expected to do well, but what did they think when the poll came out? Was there much of a reaction at all at this point?
Well, I haven't seen them yet. I'll meet with them for our first practice back from spring break, but it came out rather well in spring break. So I'm sure they probably expected that would be the pick for the poll, but and as always, we are just focused on working hard and getting better. So.
Now, Waynesburg already back-to-back champions in outdoor for the women's side. You've been with the team for long enough to see a lot of these athletes and a lot of the results. How different has it felt for you going from 2016 when you were a favorite but did not have the title the year before to winning it and then looking to repeat, and now coming into this year looking for a third straight title? Has there been any different feeling for you as part of the coaching staff and now as the head coach?
You know, I think one of the healthiest mentalities that you can have as a coach is to look at what you have and try to make them better. And however that falls out within the conference is just where it happens to fall. This year was unique in the sense that while we were heavily favored to come in to win, it was a lot closer than it. I'm talking about the indoor championship. It was a lot closer than it has been. The past two championships that we've won, excluding the one that we just did in indoor, were won by a significant amount of points, and so you kind of had that wiggle room where you could kind of just breathe a little bit and think to yourself, well, if so and so doesn't do this today, or if so and so doesn't do this, it's okay because we have breathing room. And coming into the indoor championship, we definitely did not have that. Geneva and Westminster both had very talented teams that were right there with points. And in fact, in some ways, I would think even just ahead of us a little bit going into it. And so it was definitely one of the first championships since we won in 2016, the first time where we were really challenged. And that definitely puts a lot of gray hairs on your head, but in another way, it's what makes this fun and makes why we do what we do. And it's, I think victory is only as sweet as how hard you have to work for it. So I'm anticipating that the outdoor season will play out very similarly. It's not like we've lost any of our athletes in Geneva and Smith have lost any of theirs. So it'll be another man in the arena, I guess you could say, which is always what you really want out of a sporting competition. So.
Now, one of the big athletes, obviously, whether it's indoor or outdoor season for you, is Addie Knetzer. She's coming into her final outdoor season where she can really shine. She can spread out her what she can do a little bit. In the indoor, she's really limited to the shot put, but she comes out in the outdoor and is able to do discus and javelin as well. How much of an advantage for you is it to have someone that you can stick out there in 3 throwing events and know that you're going to get some pretty good results as compared to she's limited really to the shot put?
I mean, Addie in a lot of ways for the shot in indoor just gave us the gift of the championship. I mean, she was coming off of her basketball season, which she had an excellent career here and an excellent senior year of her basketball season. And so she kind of just is able to give us the gift of, coming in, throwing for us. And in outdoor, I feel like it's a lot more of her actually being on the team and being involved, and of course, obviously, whenever you have an athlete who comes in who has not only a tremendous athletic ability, but also tremendous leadership capabilities, it's always a wonderful thing to have her back on. And it expands, referring to wiggle room, it gives us a little bit more wiggle room because we can kind of utilize her talents in more ways than we could in indoor. So.
And obviously, she's one of just several talented seniors on this team. Julie Gerber really seemed to finish strong in indoor, and Angie Marchetti really finished strong. Eleanor Rock always helps out a lot in the indoor, and then the transition to outdoor. This is nothing new for this Waynesburg team to lose some really good seniors. Last year it was the Latimer twins who did so much, among other athletes. But what's it going to mean for this group of seniors that you've got to spend a lot of time with, because they're also a big part of the dynasty that's been put either cross country as well. What's it going to be like for you coaching them for the last time this spring?
You shouldn't ask me this question. That's just one of the things about being a coach that I think is the hardest. And I've expressed this to parents before, at their graduation and stuff, when you're standing out in the park, but I'm like, I have seen this person come in as an 18-year-old kid and leave a talented, mature, outstanding adult who's ready to join the workforce. I get to witness that and be part of that. I get to see them when they're stressed, when they're upset, when they're having a really good day, when someone pooped on them at clinical or whatever. I don't know. I get to hear about all of it, and that is honestly one of the greatest blessings that has been, and it's really drawn me to the coaching, is that mentorship. But that makes when they leave really hard, because you get to go from having that every single day to just not having it. They're just gone. And you keep in touch with them as best you can. I mean, we have things like alumni running groups and try to do stuff for homecoming and everything. But life is hard, and life is especially hard when you get another 20 next year that you're one day going to have the same relationship with. So it's really difficult, and every year, and even this year in particular, because there's so many of them, and so many of them that I've spent a lot of time with and developed some really good relationships with. And you think to yourself, man, after they leave, this team is never going to be the same again. And yet their leaving is what allows the underclassmen to come up and become who they need to be. And if they never left, then their underclassmen would never join that role. So it's always like watching the seasons, You're always sad to see one go. But for the health of the team, it is something that has to happen. But at the same time, it's just difficult. So.
And lastly, obviously Waynesburg is the odds-on favorite. 8 of 10 first place votes. I think it's 98 of 100 points. But you just said there's really good programs. They showed it during indoor.
Yeah.
Who do you see as the main contenders for that title along with Waynesburg this spring?
So there would be two, and there's the two that I mentioned already. It's Westminster and Geneva. Westminster is, I would say, and they showed this in the indoor track. We were actually worried a little bit more about Geneva because they just have some complete stud sprinters and jumpers that really carry a lot of that for the team. Westminster is a little bit more well-rounded, I would say, in terms of where their talent is spread out. I mean, they obviously have a ton of points that come out of pole vault.
Sure.
But they're also positioned in places where they can kind of sneak points from us a little bit easier, I think, than Geneva can. So it'll just be interesting to see how it plays out. But obviously, those two teams need a very large run for it in indoor, and I'm sure we'll make another large run for it in outdoor as well. And that's just the joy of coaching, is that you get to have these moments where you're in battle with these other teams, and so they're both very, very. Obviously respect their coaching staff quite a bit and stuff, but it'll definitely be fun to see how it plays out.
All right, Coach, thank you very much for the
Thank
time.
you.
All right, you can follow the Waynesburg University track and field team through their outdoor season on WaynesburgSports.com and see how the rest of the PAC is doing on PACathletics.org.